A pleasant day. I am Mia May Verdalusa Palencia, a student at Camarines Norte State College, taking Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English, here today to defend my proposed intervention or strategy for my action research proposal. So the title of this research is Enhancing Reading Comprehension Performance of Grade 7 Learners at Leocadio Alejo and Chenza High School through the implementation of contextualized interactive reading techniques. So this study introduces an intervention that integrates pre, during, and post-reading activities with the 4R strategy: read, retell, react, and reflect. So in one seamless process, enhanced through interactive digital tools. So before the implementation of the intervention, an initial or a group screening test must be given to the students to determine who among the learners in class are independent and do not need to undergo a more rigorous assessment of their reading ability, and who are at instructional and frustration level and should undergo a further assessment of reading difficulties. So after the analysis of the results, the individualized assessment will be administered or the pretest. So the types of questions that will be given are literal, inferential, and critical. So the pretest can be given through oral reading, silent reading, and listening comprehension, but as a proponent of this research, I chose oral reading as an assessment so I can identify the learner's miscues, record the number of words that learner reads per minute, and find out how well a learner understands the passage. However, if the learner is identified to be in a frustration level at the starting point, I will administer listening comprehension test instead. So it means that I will be the one reading the passage and the questions for the learners to answer. So now, let's move on to the remedial reading program, which will be implemented after the pretest. So the implementation will involve several key aspects, key activities. So the intervention begins with the pre-reading activity where the students watch a short video related to the theme of the story to stimulate interest and activate prior knowledge. So here is the video.
A CEO needed to find the next leader for the company. He chose 3 of the top candidates. He gave each of them a pot and a seed and told them that whoever grows the biggest plant will win. 3 months pass and they return. 2 of the candidates have outstanding plants, big and strong, but the 3rd candidate had no plant at all. The CEO asked what had happened. "I'm really sorry, but I just couldn't make it grow. I tried everything." "That's okay. You are now the new CEO of the company." The other candidates are shocked. "But he didn't grow anything. That's not fair," they shout. The CEO smiles. "We pride ourselves on honesty and integrity at this company." "We know." The candidates nod. "So tell me how you both managed to grow a plant when all the seeds I gave you were fake."
The video taught honesty and integrity, which is very similar to the reading material, which is titled The Honest Woodcutter. So by playing the video twice, I am encouraging the learners to make predictions about the content. During the reading phase, I will read the story aloud to my students while they follow along silently on their devices using interactive ebook in Book Creator. So this is the Book Creator. So this is how Book Creator looks like. So this is the story of the honest woodcutter. It also has guide questions here. This approach allows the learners to focus on comprehension as I model the reading process. So after each section, we will pause to answer the guide questions. And we will continue this process, reading in parts, discussing, and reflecting on the story as we go. So the types of questions here is literal, inferential, and critical. They may also watch the video. If they want, just click the attached file. Okay.
قصص عربية.
Okay. Or the URL here. And it will direct them on YouTube. They can visit this website anytime and anywhere as long as they have internet connection. However, in case of unnecessary disruptions, the story can be exported as a PDF for printing. Once the reading is complete, students will take a 10-item quiz on quizzes. So which is designed like a game where they can earn points and badges. So the quiz will focus on simple, factual questions based on the text. This is how quizzes looks like. However, we can't start the game since there are no other participants. It requires at least one participant to start the game. Students can take the quiz unlimited. Let's see how it works. This is the classic mode. Okay. So this is just like a game. Learning while playing and enjoying. Okay, students may answer at their own pace in here. So there is also a mastery pick. Let's see how it works. So this is the student's view and the teacher's view. There's also these are also a mode on how to play the game. It's a team mode, paper mode. Okay. So it is also accessible in phone. So this is the, let's look at the worksheet. These are the questions in the game. Okay, it also can be print, download, play as a game. Okay. After the reading and the quiz, students will engage in a post-reading activity using the 4R strategy: read, retell, react, and reflect. So first, students will be divided into groups and read the story again. So they will revisit the text and discuss it within their groups. So then Each group will retell the story through role playing, helping them reinforce their understanding. Next, students will individually create a digital storyboard using Canva, reflecting on their personal reactions to the story. So this will allow them to visually express their feelings and thoughts. Let's see how the storyboard looks like, or the example of the storyboard. This is the example of the storyboard that the students will create. These are the scenes, and this is the personal reactions. There are many templates on Canva that the students may use. Okay, and finally, students will write a reflection on how the story applies to real life situations or simply the lesson learned or the lessons they learned from it. So this encourages them to connect the story's themes to their own experiences. So once completed, students will share their digital board and written reflection on Google Classroom, allowing for collaboration and feedback from peers. So this intervention is designed to support learners who um, struggle with reading comprehension. However, for frustration level learners, I think I will need to make adjustments to ensure the activities are more accessible and provide the necessary support for their learning. I personally designed and tailored this assessment, but I think it might be challenging for frustration level uh, learners. Thank you all for your time and attention throughout this presentation. As we conclude this defense, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to share my research or action research proposal with you and receive your valuable feedback. Your insights have been incredibly helpful in shaping and refining this work, and I am grateful for your support and guidance. This marks the end of my defense, and I am happy to address any final questions or comments you may have. Thank you once again. I am Mia May Verdalusa Palencia, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English.